piece together a skull. Lucy, that skull, the most famous skull find, there's not even a skull found.
Right.
I mean, this stuff is funny. And then the other...
I thought there was this complete skull. That's the way it was presented to me and everything. But obviously what's going on, these people have a theory that becomes their religion. Then they go out to confirm it. And then they manipulate the data that they come up with to make their new religion, seem viable. And then whenever there's gaps, they just say, hey, we're the expert. You don't know anything. It's a done deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm just paging through my book, The Telescreen. There's so much to say, John. This almost could be a whole show sometime, or a whole week of shows. I mean, I'm just looking through my book here, and I forgot one thing. That they have this nice pattern that I've come up with, where there's the chimpanzees gradually become the human, which is complete absurdity because the only way they do this is they just ignore any fossils they found. Like, there's things that look like humans that are found 7 million years ago. And I'm looking at a citation in my book here, Controversial Human Ancestor, there's like 15 citations I have here on page 21 of the book. They're all from journals like Live Science and Science Daily and Science Magazine and so forth. But the point is there was a skull found that's supposedly 7 million years old, which looks a lot more like a human than it's supposed to. So the whole progression of, the monkey from 5 million years ago, or 6 million years ago, gradually turning into a human is completely undermined if you find something 7 million years old that looks like a human, not like a monkey. So, but they just say, I was actually a graduate student at Western Michigan University in anthropology, and I asked them about that, and they said, nope, we don't want to talk about that. That doesn't fit into the data. It's an anomaly.
There you go. We got to take a break. Be right back. We are discussing the origins of humanity, and then there was the alien behind the whole thing. What do you know about that? We mentioned kind of stitching stuff, but there's more than that.
Yeah, that's one of the other. There's like 3 big major theories. There's some other ones, but the 3 big ones are alien intervention, creation by God, Creator, and evolution. Those are the 3 major theories of where humans came from. If you're in the university, they'll tell you, no, there's only one theory, evolution. But of course, that's not true. That's
and then the church says there's one. It's just creation.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And those people that are fascinated by wacky out stuff, they gravitate towards the alien stuff. So, it's kind of like a theory for everybody's personality type. But the truth has its own version. But yeah, what else do you know about the alien behind the human, mess that we have?
Well, I think this one's a little bit weak. Not nearly as weak as the disaster of evolutionary theory. Even all of evolution is a disaster. But we'll talk about that on another show. But now the alien theory is the main thing that people will start discussing. Is all the references in our world religions about how there are, the gods were with us and creatures from the sky came to create humans, and then you get these amazing similarities between words. The word in the Zulu religion, I've been told, I've not checked into this myself, but I've been told by another author that the word for the spaceship that the angels came in to create humans in Zulu religion is basically the same word as in Judaism, that the craft that the sky creatures came to Earth to create humans in. It's only off by like a letter, some big long strange word. So if that's true, I mean, there's that's a huge story in itself. Of course, ignored by the mass media. But then another thing in the alien thesis that is often pointed out is that the world. Well, actually, I think me and Walter Cruttenden, I think, are 2 of the main people to point this out. Is that the religions discussed a human high point in the past, which correlates with certain issues in the brain and magnetism in the solar system, and also with archaeology. And so to sum up what I'm saying really succinctly, the world religions discuss how humans used to be much more intelligent, and archaeology and astronomy both back that up. And we can see in archaeology, somebody go and tell me how Baalbek, the temple in Lebanon, was built. I mean, does anybody know even how much those stones weigh over there in that temple? It's in the Bible, discussed in one of the Kings chapters.
Yeah. You have not only the Egyptian pyramid, but you've got the Mayan stuff, the Aztec stuff. It's all over. They can't even pick up the stones, let alone figure out how they did it. Gosh, and yet it's just brushed aside, and they keep slamming their theories down our throats. I think that the alien thing is viable. I think that if we just look at it logically, like look at our own humanity, how we're driven to always do more. Our scientists, once they started creating hybrids in the plant, then they started crossbreeding, and then they, mixing plants, and then the plants with animals, and then they started cloning, animals. And if they haven't yet, it's only a matter of time before they clone humans. And I think there's enough evidence that they've been, that's out there that they might have already done cloning humans. But so if that's true for us and our nature to do that, then it kind of makes sense that a civilization somewhere else in the galaxy or even another galaxy that might be, let's see, folks, just 1,000 years further along than we are. But what if they were 1,000,000 years further along? What they could do is beyond comprehension. But along the way, I think going around to different planets and planting their seed, mixing it with animal life on here, I can buy it. I can see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you need to go 1,000,000 years or 1,000. I like Terence McKenna. A lot of his discussion about how quickly technology is speeding up, and you really can see that with nanotechnology. I mean, the average person on this planet has absolutely no clue what's going on I live right here next to Purdue University in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they're putting up huge, massive nanotechnology buildings all over the place, and I've studied what they're doing, and the stuff they're doing is beyond science fiction, but it's not in the news. Nobody knows about it. And it's, of course, all being monopolized by the secret government powers that dominate this world. And, but they had powers to crush us and take us over as much as they wanted long ago. It's not like this is a new thing. But I think one thing about the Egyptian pyramids that you mentioned, I sometimes don't even, I was thinking about that today. I'm continuing to be, we're instant messaging, John, during the break. I'm amazed at all these synchronicities that we're having since I started working on the show, but I was just thinking today about some things to do with the pyramid. And I don't even bring that up anymore usually with people, because people have been planted with counter arguments to say, oh no, it's the naked savages dragged the rocks up the ramp and all this. And I usually bring up other things like Baalbek and stuff just because nobody can explain those.
Yeah, they're not familiar with them. Yeah, we're all going to be turned into a brown goo, folks. Nanotechnology. We'll be right back. Okay, folks, do you exist because of a god, or aliens, or just the natural way of things through evolution? An interesting question has come in during the break. It comes from Joel up in Ohio, and he says, how does science explain the existence of Rh negative blood? Is it alien blood because it has no monkey in it like all the other types of blood do? So you know what?